Describe the perpetrator to me, ma'am.
He looked like a man.
Abomination. What's going on, fellas? It's your main man back on the scene with another video. I can't stop laughing at this stuff, man. This is pure comedy gold. This is straight game. Straight game. Check them out. This big ass up in there with these little girls. This is game. You gotta be full retard not to be able to peep the game in this. Trans woman by the name of Artemis Langford successfully gained entry into the Kappa Kappa Gamma sorority house at the University of Wyoming. Typically, the house is off limits to men anywhere beyond the first floor. This is because the second and third floors are where the bedrooms and communal bathrooms are. However, since Langford is a member of the sorority and identifies as female, he has access to the entire house. This is game. Pure game. This is just like that inmate in Jersey where the guy who was sentenced to 30 years, and once he got in the system, he identified as a woman, sued the state to be housed with the women because he identified as a woman, because he said he's a woman, wins the case, gets transferred to the female facility, got 3 chicks pregnant. Game. Straight game. That's all this shit is. It's game. It's the same thing. All this big ass dude wanted to do was get up in the sorority with all these young hotties over here so he can be a peeping Tom, try to rub up on them and stuff. There's a little video down here. Let's take it back.
When college students join sororities, many of them do it for the sisterhood, for a place to belong, for lifelong friendships. They don't do it in hopes that a man will invade their personal space.
Plus, you put the emphasis on a man.
He looked like a man.
Staring at them silently, creeping them out. But that's exactly what happened at the Kappa Kappa Gamma house at the University of Wyoming, according to a new lawsuit. 6 sorority sisters say they were forced by the national chapter to allow a man, Artemis Langford, into their women-only organization because Langford says he's transgender.
So that's all it takes. This is bullshit. Because anybody can claim that. It's like the guy in Peru who claimed to be a woman so he could be the children's mother and get custody of his children. People got mad. You can't get. It's the law. That's what he identifies. Gender is fluid and all that. You can claim anything. Let's continue.
Now, what comes with being inducted into the sorority is unfettered access to the house, where about 40 college girls live. Now,
ooh, I'm jealous. 40 college chicks, all that good young stuff. Ooh. I wish I would have thought of this. I think I'm going to identify as a 18-year-old girl so I can get up in there. So that would give me, like 4 or 5 years to be up in there?
House where men, even fathers and boyfriends, are banned from being on the 2nd or 3rd floors because that's where the bedrooms and the communal bathrooms are. But Langford had access to all of it. According to the lawsuit, several
ooh, he was peeping and creeping, looking at all that young stuff.
Times Langford had chosen to sit for hours on the couch in the 2nd floor common area. Langford stares at women walking past. One sorority member walked down the hall to take a shower wearing only a towel. She felt an unsettling presence, turned, and saw Langford watching her silently. The suit
he's sitting there playing pocket pool watching the honeys walk by.
Also alleges that he has watched members enter the house and sometimes had an erection visible through his leggings. Other times he had a pillow.
This motherfucker got on leggings? Good Lord, man. That's a crime. He should be arrested for that. Good Lord. It's this game. You just want to get up in there and lust after them young chicks, man. That's all. That's what he's doing.
In his lap. Joining me now exclusively for an interview are three of the sorority sisters suing, Hannah and Jalen, who are both juniors, and Allie, who just graduated, along with their attorney, Cassie Craven from Longhorn Law. Hannah, let's start with you. How did all of this initially?
These good-looking chicks, man. I mean, I understand why he wanted to get up in there. Looking at all these young, hot chicks. Yeah, he wanted to get up in there.
Hit you when you were told that a man was to
a man
be a member of your sorority?
Yeah, we were all shocked. I can speak for myself saying, never thought this would happen to me, especially in a sorority, in a space for women. We were never told it was a unisex space. We joined under the impression that it was a single-sex organization.
Well, Jalen, I read the accounts of what made the sisters of the sorority
Good Lord.
uncomfortable about Artemis. What did he say to you or to any of you that you know that
Artemis? You know that's not his goddamn name. He made that shit up. Look at that, some Greek mythology or something.
made you uncomfortable?
Or Roman.
There were a lot of uncomfortable moments in the sorority house, and it just goes to show the importance of women's spaces ultimately. And that's why we're here today, is we're fighting for the importance of women's spaces and what it truly means to be a woman. We were promised from the beginning that we would have a sisterhood, meaning only females. And our national sorority has failed us. They have blatantly ignored us and ignored our values and valued some.
Yeah, the national organizations, they've been punked into going along with this nonsense. And they fear the repercussions if they stand up against it.
Someone else over us in this uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, well, Cassie, we reached out to the KKG national chapter, and they told us that while we cannot comment in detail.
There you go, diversity. That's when we know they're gonna go full weirdo on you. When they mention diversity, that means they're gonna throw everything in there that they possibly can. Just full weirdo.
On this pending litigation, it contains numerous false allegations. KKG values diversity and does not discriminate based on classes protected by state, local, or federal law. Well, Cassie, I guess they're relying on federal law here. I don't think.
That would be interesting to see if the state has any power in this situation, because, you know, that's definitely a red state. And if they can intervene and put a stop to the nonsense, then they're going to do it. But if it's federal, they might have to take it to the Supreme Court, which they do lean right. There's more right-wingers on there than left. So they might get some play.
Wyoming has state protections in this regard, but nevertheless, it looks like they're going to lean on the feds to win this case for them.
Laura, I just don't see a way out for them. They want everyone to believe that being a woman is...
Ooh, I like the way she look. So I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move in with her, then go hang out with the college girls when she's at work.
is nothing more than wearing lipstick and the pronouns that you use. And we all know that it amounts to womanhood. It amounts to a lifetime of experiences, and that's what they seek to deprive these young women of, and that's what we intend to fight for.
That's going to be my new lady. If you're not married, I'm coming for you, baby. Yeah, I'm going to cheat on her with these three here.
Now, Cassie, I guess Artemis doesn't live in the house, and according to the...
So, yeah. So when I'm home with her, I'll be a man, and then I'm going to identify as a woman on campus. That's what I'm going to do.
The lawsuit was given a waiver, so he didn't have to live there. Now, why is this?
Laura, we've seen extreme preferential treatment given to the individual involved, and it's very disheartening that when you're a 6'2", 260-pound man, you're treated as the victim in today's society.
6'2", 260. This motherfucker should be pro wrestler or something. His big ass. Jesus Christ. You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna wait for something bad to happen to some young girl somewhere because of one of these weirdos, and then they're not gonna act. They're gonna probably try to sweep it under the rug. That's what they'll do.
But the bylaws are very clear. This is an all-women's organization. Kappa was formed over 100 years ago to be that support system for women so that they could compete in the classroom against men. And now we just cease to exist. We're nothing more than an idea of self-identification.
And a lot of you women, you voted for this stuff. You should have stood up when it first started. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. There's like another minute to go. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Hey, this is crazy. This is just straight game. This is just some weirdo who wanted to get up in the house with some young chicks and jerk off. That's what this is. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Smash that like button. Subscribe. And I'll see you fellas in the next video. Peace.